Welcome back everybody to my latest Disney World 4-park challenge. Now this is one I've been really looking forward to. Today we're gonna attempt to do all roller coasters in Walt Disney World in one day. That's right, 4 parks, 9 coasters, one day. Oh, and of course, we're not using Lightning Lane at all. Why don't you guys come along? Let's go make some memories together. There are a total of 9 coasters across Walt Disney World. 5 in Magic Kingdom, 2 in Hollywood Studios, 1 in Epcot, and 1 in Animal Kingdom, which is where I'm starting today's challenge at. So the reason why I picked Animal Kingdom as my first park of the day is because it opens up a full hour earlier before the other 3 parks. So the idea is to get in, ride Expedition Everest as our first coaster of the day, and be out in maybe 15-20 minutes. And even though I'm not using Lightning Lanes today, I am gonna be using Virtual Queue because for some attractions, that's the only way to get on without purchasing the ability to ride it. So I have one for Tron and Magic Kingdom, which with Magic Kingdom not opening till 9, I've got some time to kill. Now, Expedition Everest is one of my favorite coasters across all of property. Pretty intense, great way to wake up this morning. Glad we're knocking it out first thing. But one of my favorite things about it is that it does have a single rider line. Now, I don't know if single riders open this early because it's quite literally minutes after the park just opened. I don't know if it's on a need to use basis. If it's open, great, which means I can get on within minutes. You guys will see a couple of single rider lines today. Some of them are worth it, some of them are not. This one, 100% worth it. Current time, 8:07. Park's only been open for 7 minutes, only at a 5-minute wait, but I'm gonna show you guys where the single rider line is. If you come over here to the right, next to the exit gift shop for Expedition Everest, you'll see the sign over here. It says single rider. We're gonna follow this path, and we are gonna hop on with little to no wait. Well, it looks like single rider is actually closed. I literally just saw some guests back there that are using it, but they've roped it up, so we're gonna go back through the normal queue. But yeah, this is where it is. Now, single rider is a great way to ride attractions very, very quickly here at Walt Disney World. There's only a handful of them. I've done an entire video on them if you guys wanna check that out. But yeah, just keep in mind, if you are coming with a party, you guys will be separated because the point of single rider is to fill up the train as much as possible to make sure they have full and efficient trains being sent. So you guys can join with your family, just know that you'll be separated. Even with the lack of the single rider line this morning, still got in and out of Animal Kingdom in about 20 minutes, which is really good. I don't think a lot of guests rope drop that. Everyone heads to Pandora first, so that really benefited us. Now, because I do have to visit all 4 parks today in a very, very speedy amount of time, I'm gonna be taking my own car between every single park as much as possible. I might take transportation here and there, the free Disney transportation. It's usually gonna be a lot faster if I just drive and park myself, which means I have to park at the TTC, unfortunately, at Magic Kingdom. All right, well, we have made it to Magic Kingdom, our second park of the day and our most difficult park of the day. Magic Kingdom is gonna have the most out of any park we're gonna have to do today, the total of 5. Now, I do have virtual queue for Tron, which we'll touch on virtual queue in a little bit. I have not been called yet. Big Thunder is down, Seven Dwarfs is at a 60, and Space Mountain is at a 50, which means we might have to rope drop Barnstormer, which is fine because it's just one less I have to do, but it's not what I thought I was going to have to do. So the idea for this trip of Magic Kingdom, because it's probably gonna be done in 2 segments, is to knock out at least 3 of my 5 I need to do. And based on ride times right now, it's got to be Tron for my virtual queue, Barnstormer, and probably Big Thunder once it comes back up. I was hoping to do Space, Tron, and Barnstormer first because they're all on the same side of the park, but because Tomorrowland is part of early entry for resort guests and I'm here just a little bit after rope drop, everyone flocks there first, or Seven Dwarfs. So those 2 are kind of out of the question for right now. So that'll probably have to be what's on my second trip at the very end of the night because Magic Kingdom is open the latest out of all the parks, which is an hour later. So at 10 p.m. instead of 9 for Epcot or Hollywood Studios, or I think 6 for Animal Kingdom, which is why we do Animal Kingdom first. Now, part of the reason why I'm only trying to knock out a few and then leave and come back is because I have to be back over at Epcot for the 1 o'clock drop for virtual queue. So the way virtual queue works is that there are 2 drops. There's one for 7 a.m., which you can join from anywhere, and one from 1 p.m., which you can join from once you're inside the respective park of your attraction. For today's video, there are 2 attractions I'm doing with virtual queue. One of them is Tron, which I joined 7 a.m. early this morning. Joined it, no problem, group 19, which should be called any minute. And then Guardians of the Galaxy, which is over at Epcot, I will be joining at 1 p.m. once I'm scanned inside that park. So I have to physically be scanned into Epcot to show that I'm within that park for that 1 o'clock drop. Now you can only hold 1 virtual queue at a time. It is 100% free. It's a lottery system. So it's all based on luck and speed. And if you're not ready to join at 6:59.57, whatever, you're already late. Now virtual queue isn't like a lightning lane. It's not like it's a guarantee to get you up to the line in for the attraction. It's just a way for you to join the line for the attraction. You still could wait 45 minutes to an hour or so, depending on how busy the attraction is. Now granted, rides like Guardians of the Galaxy are very, very efficient. Tron's not as efficient, it's because of the unique ride vehicle for it. But just keep in mind that when you join, you're not expedited to the front. You still have to wait in line. It's just your admission to the line because these rides are insanely popular. And if virtual queue wasn't a thing, you'd be waiting 3 hours in a physical line. And nobody likes waiting that long. I might be one of the only people to be rope dropping the Barnstormer, at least the only adult. Now the Barnstormer is gonna be our only kiddie coaster of the day, but it is still considered a coaster. It's just for the little ones. It's a very short attraction, but honestly, it has a surprise amount of width. A lot of people go in expecting a very leisurely carnival style coaster. Hustling, I'm hustling, just one. All right, look at that, we are running onto the attraction, very back. All right, here we go. Oh, here we go, we're gonna move over the edge. And that's it, that's the Barnstormer. That's a lot faster than you ever think it's going to be. Ooh, got a tear out of me. And what perfect timing, we have been called for our Tron virtual queue. And thankfully, we are neighbors to the Barnstormer. So we just have to go right here underneath this walkway. Tron's a very unique coaster in that it has unique ride vehicles. They're motorcycles. Unfortunately, they don't fit everyone's body proportions, so there is some test seats you guys can try out. And if you don't happen to fit the standard bike, then there are standard ride vehicles in the back of some of the cars, like a standard roller coaster lap bar. Don't feel like you're missing out on anything truly extraordinary if you don't happen to fit the standard bike, because we've done the back cart before, and you honestly get a better view of the inside of the building and the grid than you do on the bikes. Obviously the bike is the preferred way to do it, but it's still a bucket list attraction, and you should not skip out on it just because you may not fit the standard ride vehicles. So just a reminder, as the recording of this video, there is no standby line for this attraction. You have to have virtual queue, or you have to have the lightning lane single pass. You will be turned away. You cannot join this queue unless you have those.
Users, prepare to be digitized into the world of Tron.
Tron is also the only Walt Disney World attraction that requires you to use a locker for larger items like your bags. You can take your wallet and stuff on it and your phone. There's a little compartment in the front where you can store those things, but larger cameras, bags, things that can easily fly off your body have to go in that locker. You can use your Magic Band or your card key to access it. There's cast members that can help you remember what number you have, but they are required for it. All right, we are on and off Tron in about 30 minutes, not super fast, but way faster than I thought we were going to be. So we are still working with some good speed today. One of my favorite life hacks I can give you guys is when you're waiting in the queue for an attraction, when they're loading parties up, listen out for parties of 1 or parties of 2 if you're a smaller party like myself. I got to skip a ton of people because they just needed 1 single rider to fill that extra space. So you saved a couple of extra minutes by being able to jump the extra amount of people in front of me. So keep your ears out, keep your eyes out for people holding up their hands, group 1 or group 2, and you just shoot your hand up in the air. And if they catch you fast enough, they should pull you forward. Well, anyway, Space said it was a 35-minute wait in the app while I was in the queue for that. I don't know how accurate that still is, but let's head over there. All right, never mind on Space Mountain. It jumped up to a 50. So I am actually gonna go do Big Thunder first because that's only at a 35, and that was at a 35 earlier, and it kind of will probably maintain that for a while. It's a little after 10 o'clock, still making good timing. I don't have to leave Magic until around noon, 12:15 at like the absolute latest. So I still have time to at least knock out Seven Dwarfs or Space Mountain and Big Thunder before I leave. All right, we have made it all the way across the park to the self-proclaimed wildest ride in the wilderness. Only at a 35-minute wait, which is wonderful. And after this, guys, we're a little less than halfway done. Yee, and I can't stress this enough, ha. Well, and with that, we've completed a little less than half of our list. That is 4 out of our 9 we have to do today. Now, because I am making such great timing, I'm a little bit ahead of schedule. I only thought I'd be able to squeeze in 3 here, but I can actually make a 4th. Space was at a 45 a few minutes ago. Seven Dwarfs is still at a 55. 45 is obviously smaller than 55, so I'm gonna take my chances with Space and head back over to Tomorrowland. I will still have to come back later tonight and do Seven Dwarfs, but I might save that for when fireworks are going on. Well, here comes our first waiting game of the day. Now, Space Mountain is gonna be our second attraction today that's going to have a single rider line. It's not a traditional one. You do have to wait in 90% of the queue. Then at the very end, they split you off in your own little separate thing and you fill in those missing gaps. Again, not really a single rider line, but it's worth using if you are a single party like myself, because you do skip at least a handful of people. Well, how lucky am I? Just like with Tron, they called out for a single rider and I got to skip a ton of the queue. It probably would have been way more than 50 minutes, so I only took about 40. But yeah, I was in like the main room with everybody and they called out and I immediately flipped around. I was like, I got number 1! And they pulled me. So I got on, off, very quick. Oh, that felt good. All right, we are back out into the cruel Florida heat. There's something that was nice about being in that building for 40 minutes is that it was straight frigid AC. I love it. Well, technically, I don't need to be at Epcot till a little before 1 o'clock. It's only 11:40 now, which means I'm probably gonna stop for lunch. I don't think I'm gonna eat here. I think I'm gonna go straight over to Epcot and just secure my position, eat some food over there, because I have another virtual queue to grab at 1 o'clock. Very, very time sensitive. So I guess I'll see you guys over there. All right, I'm currently in Connections Cafe wrapping up lunch here at Epcot. It is a few minutes until 1 o'clock, so we're gonna go ahead and prep ourselves for the virtual queue. Now, you wanna make sure that you're not on Disney Wi-Fi at all or that your phone's trying to grab it, because it's just gonna slow you down. Just do it off of your data. Again, you have to be inside the park to do this virtual queue. So here I am, Epcot, look at it, beautiful. Now with the virtual queue, I just like to button mash. When it hits 6:59 or 12:59, I just sit here and I just click, 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 click. Sometimes I'll count, but clicking for me just repeatedly helps. Also, reminder, you can't have more than 1 virtual queue at a time. So if I still have the Tron one active, I could not get this one here at Guardian. So make sure you're using your first one before you try and attempt your second one. All right, 12:59. We're gonna confirm the party. We're just gonna mash. At 1 o'clock, join virtual queue. Boom, we got it. Now I am group 103, which is allegedly 135 minutes away. That can ebb and flow, just kind of depends on how efficient Guardians can run, because it's a very efficient attraction. But that means we are not going to be staying here at Epcot, because there is no reason for us to be sitting around and just waiting to be called. We are going to go over to Hollywood Studios, because 2 of the largest coasters I have to ride today are over there. So I'm going to wrap up my lunch here and then let's go to Hollywood Studios. All right, welcome to Hollywood Studios. Now, yes, I did take the Skyliner to get here because I left my car at Magic. The last thing I want to deal with is the TTC again. So from here on out, Disney Transportation, maybe. Now, if you are unfamiliar with Disney's Hollywood Studios, there are a lot of big ticket attractions in this park, with 2 of these coasters being 2 of them. So this is gonna be kind of the slowest part of my day, I think. Both of these coasters right now are 55 minutes and 75 minutes. Now, Rock and Roller Coaster is the 55-minute one. However, with Florida, there's no rain scheduled for today, but knowing Florida, we're probably gonna see some rain later in the afternoon. So I would rather knock out the one that's outdoors, because if rain hits at 2 or 3, 4 o'clock, I've already completed this one. Because if it rains, or lightnings really, in the area, this attraction will go down, but Rock and Roller Coaster will stay open. So yeah, I really don't want to wait 75 minutes right now in the blazing heat, because if you're not familiar with Toy Story Land, it's the surface of the sun. But you know what? We got to do it. Well, redirection. It just went down. So Rock and Roller Coaster it is, I guess. Guess what, guys? It's time to talk about single rider lines again. Now, this is the third and final attraction today that has a single rider line. However, it is not worth using. It could end up taking you longer than the actual wait time, which is clearly not what single rider is intended for. So I definitely don't recommend using it. Rock and Roller Coaster has actually spent a good chunk of this year being under a very, very lengthy refurbishment. And I've actually not been on it since it reopened. I think it reopened like a month or 2 ago. It's not my favorite attraction, so I don't ever really come out of my way to come do it. But yeah, I'm excited to see what's different. It is still Aerosmith, so all the speculation of new bands or new musicians, whoever taking over, completely false, still Aerosmith. But I think they just spiffied it up a little bit. Heard it's a little bit smoother. Don't know how accurate that is. But yeah, let's go find out together. Oh gosh, 75 minutes. Ooh.
Where is my limo? Good. Okay, come on, guys.
Hey, wait a minute. We can't leave these people here like this.
We can't?
No. Come on, you know how we feel about our fans.
Yeah,
that's right.
Well, guys, what do you expect me to do? Send them all with you?
Well, I think I just had the most unique experience on Rock and Roller Coaster. First of all, the attraction does look good. It looks a lot better. It's a lot brighter in there. It's a tad bit smoother. It's still a bit rough, which I didn't realize it just celebrated its birthday the other day. I think 25 years. Long time for a coaster. But we got stalled. We literally rode the entire attraction and it went down right as we were pulling into the exit station. So we sat there for a good long time. Probably about 35, 40 minutes, which didn't feel that long. So that's at least nice. But I will say special shout out to those cast members working that attraction. They were so kind and just chatting with us, and we were having fun, talking about just silly things like what we had for lunch, and if they could bring us snacks and everything like that, just kind of being goofy and being silly. It was a lot of fun. They gave us waters for waiting for so long, and we got 2 lightning lanes. Unfortunately, those lightning lanes are not good for Slinky Dog Dash. I wanna go try and find a blue umbrella so I can try and give a mass cast member compliment to everyone working the evac from the attraction. We all introduce ourselves and everything like that, but there's just so many names, and the app can only do one at a time, that I want to find a way to like really thank those cast members for just keeping everybody calm, keeping everyone engaged, and just being overall really kind. And of course, if you're kind back, it makes the experience pleasant for everybody. So yes, you are wildly inconvenienced by spending 40 minutes stuck on a roller coaster, but it's no one's fault, especially the people that work here. So if that happens to you, just remain calm, be chill, be happy. Just be happy that you're at Disney, and be happy you get to talk and engage with brand new people. I made friends with the person that was sitting next to me in our cart. So everyone's happy, we're all good. So update on the cast compliment. I did stop by the little guest services booth that's right on the corner of Sunset and Hollywood Boulevard. Talked to them and said, hey, can I just pass this along that everyone was wonderful? Because again, we got names, but there's a lot of people from different locations. She said, yeah, that they have like a chat log where they talk about guest experiences, and I had a timestamp of when the attraction went down because I took a picture. And she was just very thankful and was glad I had a great experience. So make sure you guys are thanking your cast. Disney World cast members do a lot to make sure that you are having a great day, even in hard times. Oh, also, I was called for Guardians of the Galaxy, I think while I was on the attraction. The nice thing about Guardians of the Galaxy, unlike Tron, is that they kind of let you show up whenever. It's just a very efficient attraction. With Tron, if you don't show up within the first hour, you can be turned away. So when you guys have virtual queue or you guys have lightning lanes, try your very best not to be late. If you are late, just speak to a cast member at the front, let them know your situation, just be calm, cool, collected, And the nicer you are, the more likely you are to have a better experience here at Disney World. So explain your situation. Unfortunately, if you get turned away, you get turned away, but try your best not to be late. But anyways, we are back here in Toy Story Land for Slinky Dog Dash. Let's go do it. And Slinky Dog Dash is down. So I'm gonna camp around for a little bit and see if it reopens and I can be first in line once it does. Other than that, I'm kind of stuck because I'm done here. So I don't wanna leave and have to come back. It is only 4 o'clock, so I still have like at least 6 hours left before Magic Kingdom closes. Okay, what we're gonna go do, we are going to leave this park. I know, I shouldn't. We're going to go redeem our virtual queue for Guardians of the Galaxy, and then I'll check the wait times to see if this is back up. If that's the case, I will come back here. If not, I'll go to Seven Dwarfs. And then after Seven Dwarfs, if this is back up, I'll jump back over here. Because what's nice about attractions is that even though the park closes at 9, if you are across the threshold for the attraction where you either scan it for the lightning lane or where the marquee what the time is, if you are across that 1 minute before the park closes, 8:59, you are guaranteed to ride that attraction unless it goes down. And that's a great way to save big attractions like Slinky Dog Dash or Rise of the Resistance or Seven Dwarfs Mine Train by waiting till the very, very, very end of the night. So that might be what I have to do. We'll see. Because this whole thing got flipped on its head ever since Rock and Roller Coaster. But you know what? We're staying positive. We're gonna make it, I think. Guardians is one of my favorite attractions in all of Walt Disney World. There are one of 6 songs you could possibly get, famous songs from the 70s and 80s that Star-Lord would have listened to, and I really, really want Everybody Wants to Rule the World by Tears for Fears. So let's see if we get it.
Boys, no one's gonna stop rock and roll from existing.
Well, I'm back at Magic Kingdom. So even though Hollywood Studios closes an hour earlier than Magic, I wanted to get my car. I've got plenty of time, I'll be fine. But I've said that before, so what do I know at this point? All right, one attraction left here, and that is Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. It's at like a 60, 75 minute wait. Either way, I'm gonna be waiting a long time to do one of these 2 coasters. So we're gonna go knock it out. All right, that only took 45 minutes, which is less than an hour. I will take that as a win. And they just called for potential bad weather in the area. Another win. We're done at Magic Kingdom. We gotta hustle back over to Hollywood Studios, but we're making good time, so don't worry. Oh my gosh, it's open. We made it. It's a 65 minute wait. I don't care. We made it, we did it. We can complete the challenge. Oh my gosh. Well, you guys, we did it. We officially completed all 9 roller coasters in all of Walt Disney World, all 4 parks, all in one day. There was so much more back and forth than I thought there was going to be because of rides going down, especially here at Hollywood Studios. This park was already difficult enough to begin with. I did really well at the very beginning. I got so much done in such a quick amount of time that I think that really benefited how the later half of the day went. Again, huge shout out to the Rock and Roller Coaster team that helped deal with the almost evacuation from earlier. They did a great job remaining calm, keeping everyone happy and having a fun time with us despite the situation we were in. Also, I never end up using those lightning lanes. There was nothing that I could use it on for the challenge for today, which is a bummer because I really could have used it on this. If you guys haven't done so already, make sure you guys like our video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell that way you guys get updates on all of our future adventures, and let me know in the comments, what challenge am I taking on next? I still have to do everything here at Hollywood Studios, still haven't done that yet. I still haven't done a character challenge. I need to do that at some point in my life. And as always, thanks for making memories with us. I've been Adrian, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.